Alrighty team, so this little video here is just to hopefully answer the question if you are even considering competing as bodybuilding, physique, bikini model, whatever it may be, whatever division you're looking at. Should you compete? And if you're on the fence, I hope this video helps you out. If you are considering competing, yeah, I hope it doesn't detract away from that. Definitely go through with it. Everybody's definitely got their right to do whatever they want to do, right? Okay, but in my honest opinion, that's all this is just an opinion. I believe everybody should not necessarily compete, because I know it's not for everybody out there. Everybody doesn't necessarily have that urge to get on stage and go through all the lighting, the tanning, everything like that. They don't necessarily, it doesn't appeal to them, and that's fine. If that's you, then obviously don't compete. But I do think everybody needs to do something similar, whether that's in a competition standpoint or just going through those motions, the dieting phases, the refeeds, the depletions. I think everybody should experience that in one way, shape or form, just to have a bit better understanding of how nutrients react in the body, proteins, carbs and fats, etc. It's a tough journey, and I'm not going to lie to you. If you're on the fence, it's hard. It's difficult. Particularly coming into those final weeks. If you're in a really great position like we were, then yeah, obviously it's a lot easier than somebody who's still trying to drop those extra few kilos, 2-3 weeks out. But we were disciplined enough to really be sitting at approximately stage weight a month out. So that was cool. It was just it allows us to diet out of our competition weight a lot quicker, because it's something that you don't necessarily think of when you want to try and do this, when you want to try and compete anyway. You don't think about the dieting out phases. But if you are looking at competing, definitely do it. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's, like I said, it's difficult, it's tough, it's draining, it takes its toll on not just you, but the people around you as well. To be perfectly honest, I was a cranky bastard through these last few weeks, particularly through depletions, with very few carbohydrates going into the body. It's not a nice feeling. I guess the best way I can describe it in depletion days is it's like you've got a cold where everything is just a struggle, but you're not sick. Like you don't have any symptoms, you don't have the sore throat or anything like that, or the muscle soreness or anything like that. It's just, you are so weak, so drained. Even just walking down the street is a struggle. And I say this not to deter anybody, but more to prepare you for what's coming with those depletion days, and particularly leading into, if you've never competed before, leading into that first show, it's a complete shock to the system. It really is. But training is another thing that you need to look at here. And I'm sure your coach, if you don't have a coach, let me know. I can point you in the right direction, or maybe you want to train with us, or whatever it may be. Get yourself a coach. Don't do this by yourself. Get someone who will keep you honest, who will set up your training phases, your depletions, your refeeds, someone who will do all that stuff for you. Don't try and do it yourself. Really work hand in hand with your coach. Obviously you still have to do the hard work. You have to lift the heavy shit. You have to, do all the hard yards. But at the end of the day, if you're in a depletion state, or you're struggling for a day or a week or whatever it may be, if you've got no one to be accountable to, you're done. Okay, so get yourself a coach, not a partner, not a training buddy, nothing like that, a proper coach. who will call you out on anything. Okay, they can tweak, your nutrition if you do happen to be plateauing out, for example. We can look at, changing those calories around a little bit and giving you the best chance at dropping that extra little bit of body fat. Look, in terms of show day itself, it's really full on. It's about getting prepared. Actually, let's start with peak week. Let's lead the whole week into show day. So for us, it started on the Monday. Like, our shows were Saturdays. Our peak week started on the Sunday prior. Okay, we got in. We had a really heavy session. We were still on maintenance calories, I believe it was, up until about Tuesday. Monday was no training. Monday was a recovery day. Tuesday was a heavy one, where we depleted. It was our last leg day. Tuesday, Wednesday, again, depletion. So it sucked. Trying to run a business on depletion calories is not nice. For anybody self-employed out there, don't make any business decisions during this week, because you'll shoot yourself in the foot. Carb up days they're not as nice as you may think. There's a lot of sugar going into the body, so we take out most of the fiber, we take out a lot of the fruits, a lot of the salads, everything like that, and we focus on sugar. So the idea is to swell the muscle. Okay, so we're trying to avoid the fructose, which will go straight to the liver. We focus on those quick hits of sugar. So personally for me, breakfast, instead of being oats, strawberries, protein powder, peanut butter, everything, all the good stuff, the stuff that I love, instead of being that, it was Cocoa Pops with honey. Okay, like really quick sugar. It was delicious, don't get me wrong, but it lasted an hour and that was it. You crashed and burned. Okay, so keep that in mind when you come to carb up days. The extra food is always nice. It's nice to have that extra volume in the tummy. However, you still don't feel full. And that's my biggest struggle this season, was not feeling full. And I still don't feel full. We're currently a week past actually not quite a week, we're about half a week after our last comp. So we're still on deficit calories. We're starting that dieting out phase now. So yeah, you'll feel hungry for a long time, and nothing seems to satisfy. So it's a very difficult situation to be in. It's a very draining situation mentally. So you need to understand that the calories going in are enough to feed the body. Not necessarily, you're an athlete, okay? You don't eat to feel full, you don't eat to feel satisfied, you eat to get a result, okay? It's just like people that want to lose weight, or people that want to gain weight, whichever your goal is. You're fueling your body to get a specific result. In this case, you're taking it to the extreme in that you're an athlete. You're not just trying to drop weight. Okay. That was something I didn't expect, and it's been rough. There's a couple of times where I have actually had a few tears just because of the mental stress that has been applied to that whole situation. So yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to scare you away from competing. I think everybody should, or at least run through the motions, like we said. But I do want to give you the heads up for what's actually coming there. Okay. How long should you prep for? At a minimum, I'd say 20 weeks, depending on where you're sitting. I know, if you've got, 50 kilos to lose, then you're not going to get a physique in 20 weeks. Okay, you need to start now. Okay, there's, a kilo a week weight loss is all well and good, but are you going to get up on stage 12 months down the track? Are you going to be in that position? okay? So if you've got 50 kilos to lose, then you may not even be competing in 12 months time. Okay, if you're sitting at 12% body fat, for example, yeah, a 20-week prep is nice. You can still get into that position where you're nice and lean, you're nice and healthy as well, and you can sit almost stage ready like we did a month out and still be quite healthy, quite focused. So it's a long-term commitment. It's not something that just happens. You've really got to be in it long-term for this. For us, as of recording this, we're in 2020, COVID-19 hit. So for us, we started in March, I think it was. It's now October. So what's that, 9 months? A 9-month prep. So it's been a rough journey. We dropped a hell of a lot of weight going into this. I think we were all in, it was over 30 kilos. I think it was about 32, 33 kilos that we actually dropped in order to get stage ready. Not all in that 9 months, I might add. There was a fair bit of weight dropped prior to us starting prep. So just be aware of those few things if you're looking at getting up on stage. I hope this video helps make that decision for you, and I encourage you to do it. It is one hell of an experience. You will love it. Just the backstage vibe that it has, and the guys, a lot of the guys in particular, I unfortunately didn't get a chance to speak to a lot of the ladies, but all the guys backstage, they're so supportive of one another, particularly the bigger boys, the bodybuilders. It's just such a humbling experience to be surrounded by so many guys that have that respect for not only bodybuilding as a sport, but the bodybuilders as athletes and the bodybuilders as their bodies. It is very humbling to be around so many amazing gentlemen. And you know what? I'd do it again in a heartbeat. You know what? I'm going to shoot for 2021. It really is a blessed experience to take part in that, particularly some of the bigger shows. As we found out, we did one smaller show and one large show. The small shows are great, don't get me wrong, but the big shows, the vibe and the expense that they can go for, even just with the lighting on stage and the music and just little things like that, can really make for an amazing experience. Both shows were amazing for me personally. But I mean, if you're going to do it properly, and I mean, compete in as much as you can. It's like, don't go out there and just say, I just want to do, first timers or novice or whatever that division is called, whatever division it is. Go big, go hard with it. A lot of the guys it's the same guys in those same categories anyway. So go for your first timers, go for your opens, go for your weight class, go for overalls, go for everything. Compete in as much as you can in that one show. Back it up next week. Do 2 peak weeks in a row. So what we did, we came in extra lean in our second show. It's such a better experience to do a second peak week than just the one. Okay, so the first peak week was crap. It was a struggle. But the second one was actually okay. So definitely do it. Take part, get on board. I can't encourage people enough. But just to, like I said, if it's just to experience the impact that certain nutrients have in the body, then hey, go for it. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We do it with our coaching clients now, with our deload weeks. We drop the carbs down, increase the fats. There's, for those of our team that are actually sticking to their nutrition, you are. You've experienced the depletion days. It is quite tough, but it's such an eye-opening experience, and that's the big thing I want to make out of this video. Is it is a huge wake-up call for food and the impact it has on the body. So if you've got any questions, please feel free, throw them into the comments, reach out, you know, whatever it may be. Obviously follow us on Instagram as well. I think the links are going to be down somewhere in the corner of this screen. So look, any questions at all, please feel free. If you want to jump on board with our coaching clients as well, definitely hit me up and we'll help you out there. So guys, I hope you got something out of this video. It's actually went a little bit longer than I first imagined, but hey, you know, if you're still here, excellent. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, any dramas at all, please feel free, sing out.